Alright, so in the description of the last episode, I said that, I would start slowing down uploading because basically I have stuff that I have to do in my life, and that's true. That's why I didn't upload anything yesterday. But don't worry, we're back for today at least. So for today, we've got a game that was actually recommended to me on Discord. So someone was like very auspicious. They wanted me to play their game, and I'm always happy to play their game. They even, like, right here, you see this is their trailer, right? They use their account to like comment on some of my videos to support me, so I really appreciate that. I'm really flattered. But anyways, we've got Cybersquare Madness. So this is like a tower defense game. They describe it as being somewhat similar to Plants vs Zombies. Now, I played Plants vs Zombies before, and I think it's a pretty good game. So seems pretty interesting. It is created by Burp. Okay, so yeah, let's check it out. Okay, so we got Cybersquare Madness. I assume Madness is hidden behind this window. Okay, so we got a tutorial. Sure, I'll try it. Ooh. Okay, that's pretty funny. So it seems that they do the sound effects themselves. Okay, so what is this? Okay, we got energy. So okay, I assume the second number starting from here, 22. That's the cost. And then you can make a cannon over here. So that would be, I guess, the equivalent of like pea shooters. But oh, I can move them. Okay, nice. Alright, that's nice. Okay, I see that they seem to automatically shoot I don't know what these are, fireballs, instead of like actually detecting that there's an enemy in front of them and start shooting, which is an interesting design. I'm not sure. I assume it actually wouldn't be like the most difficult to add in like detecting if there's something in front of it, right? Like just check if the in front of there's an enemy with like the equivalent with the same X in terms of coordinates. Maybe there's a reason. But what about this? Well, what's going on? Oh, okay. So that saw blade thing, it cuts through enemies, right? Oh wait, I'm not even. Oh, this seems a little bit interesting. Okay. Well, I don't even have to actually build this. As long as my mouse is like hovering it counts. No wait, now the thing is like actually just strapped stuck to my mouse. Okay. It seems like we found some sort of exploit in this game. Can I pick up both of them at the same time? No. Okay. Well. Okay. I think we got the gist. Let's try an actual level now.
Let's get a. Can I get a? Could I please get a? Can I? Could I get a fancy burrito, if I may? Yep, that's gonna be $45.99. You can pay in cash or a check. Holy moly, $45.99? That's a bit expensive for a burrito, don't you think? No, it's a fancy burrito. Fair enough. Holy! I did not think there will be such a big burrito. I didn't think I would get this much burrito for my money. Yeah, it's pretty big, I suppose. Wow, where am I? How am I even supposed to start eating this? This is just too big for me. I don't know, nor do I really care. But you better eat it fast before a bird comes.
What the fuck is that?
I'm a massive enemy, and I've come to conquer your land. We have to save my burrito.
That's great. I don't even know what to say about that intro. Okay. Alright, let's do this. It seems that you can select difficulty on here. Are the enemies not gonna come until I put more of these things? Alright, there you go. Alright, it seems that the saw blades actually don't do that much damage, so if possible I would wish to upgrade the saw blades, but whatever. Something that would be cool would be like maybe like a fast forward button or something like that. Alright, we have more than enough. But actually not really more than enough. Let's do this. Oh wow. Never mind, let's not do that. The upgrades actually like cost a lot. Okay, maybe this is not intended to be like an exploit. Maybe this is straight up like how you were intended to use this thing. Because right now the enemies are like sort of becoming tanky. Wait, what's this thing? What's this like circle that just rotates around the fucking cannon? What is it? Alright, this should be the last enemy. So let's just hurry up and get it over with. Never fucking mind. There's another guy. Okay. Okay, are we gonna be done? Because like at this point the you know the tracker like is like going beyond the logo of that little ghost or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure at this point like it was intended for us to be like holding this saw blade thing. Alright, there you go. Next level. Okay. Let's see. I think how long did that level take? I'm not sure in all honesty. Maybe like 4 minutes around that ballpark or 5 minutes. Truth be told, I would kind of wish that there's gonna be like a fast forward button because like a lot of the time, like I get it, right? Like in Plants vs Zombies is sort of like a similar thing as well, but maybe for once we're not gonna be able to defend. Alright, that's fine. We have like what 5 chances, right? So that's fine. Okay, let's build another one. Boost up our energy production to the max. We reached the maximum amount that we can build. I'm not sure why you implemented a maximum amount. Maybe it's just because that like spamming the same thing over and over again is too powerful. Here's the good thing about upgrades in this game, right? You upgrade one of them, you upgrade all of them at the same time. So the more of the same kind of building that you have, the more worth it is. Oh shit, I forgot to deal with this guy. What about you? Alright, there you go. Alright, I think we'll get to... Okay, when are we gonna start like... Shit. Let's see, quit. When are we gonna start like unlocking new stuff? I see this thing over here. This, I don't know, fan or whatever it is. Are we supposed to like be an expert to unlock this? I'm not sure how you're supposed to like to unlock new stuff. Like if not playing it on the most difficult, the highest difficulty. The saw blade is just so good. I mean, like the only problem it has is that you gotta like kind of control it manually. Alright, let's put this over here. Let's actually like try to kill this guy first. Come on, you fucking dickhead. Okay, I'm not sure if we can protect it from that. Might be too far gone. Shit. Alright, there you go. Alright, let's build another one. I'm not sure why I'm like holding up a lot of these. Like I can build it like this. I'm not sure like why haven't I been doing that. Okay, we'll play this for the last level because truth be told, I feel like I kind of got the gist of this game already. Okay, and then we get rid of these 2 guys and then I think we're done. Alright, there you go. Okay, I think now we finally like unlock something new. The sniper. Okay. What is tally ho? What does that mean? I just want to like use the new towers that I supposedly have, but like what's going on? Do I switch it like this? How do I switch it? Okay, I have no idea how I'm supposed to like use my new stuff. I think we got the gist. I think we can call it here. Alright, let's do feedback. This time I would do it in the way of like a pros and cons situation. So like I'll first say what I like about the game and then I'll say what I don't like about the game. So let's go. So first, the pros. What I like. First thing that I like is that the game is actually more original than I thought. Now initially I thought that since the creator compared this game to Plants vs Zombies, I thought, okay, this is basically gonna be like a Plants vs Zombies clone, or at least like maybe it would be like 90% PVZ, but with like one element that they changed. Now, there is, obviously part of this game that felt like Plants vs Zombies. However, what happened was that it's actually more of a micromanagement game, meaning that the mechanic where you can move around your buildings, your turrets or whatever, that actually became a really big part of the game. And not only that, the saw blade thing. Now I still am not sure whether that was a bug or not, because truth be told, it doesn't really look natural. I think it's actually not a bug. It's actually intended for you to play like this. Now that is an interesting way to play this game. It's interesting that like instead of just you put down a building, you like how you put down a plant in PVC, and then it just does its thing for you. But in this game, it is much more manual. You have to be almost constantly attending to the battle instead of just being passively building up more units. Now, another thing that I like, which is a much smaller thing, is that I think the menu looks like nice, I guess. In the actual game, the menu was kind of more or less just like basic, it's functional, but it's nothing impressive. But from the like starting menu, it was actually surprisingly like pretty polished, with like a lot of effects when you like when you press on the buttons, as well as like in the background there's like this cool sort of like parallax effects. It almost looks unfitting considering how the rest of the game look. So let's talk about the rest, meaning the cons, what I didn't really like. So first of all, the art, I'm sorry to say, but it was not the most impressive stuff I've seen. The gameplay, at least. The intro that we saw there, actually, for what it's worth, I like the arts that was used in the intro more than I did like the the actual in-game art. The in-game art is this sort of like some pretty basic geometric shape mixed together. The intro had some characters, and they're like objects which are distinct enough that I can recognize them, like that giant burrito, for example. So for what it's worth, I would actually prefer if you make the in-game art looks like the intro more. Okay, another thing that I don't like. Gameplay was interesting at first. I do admit that's why I said that it's more original than I thought. But by around the I don't know, like maybe 2 minutes mark, I think that interest has already went down. And how you make it go back up is by like introducing newer challenges or like newer things that the player can encounter. However, we never did in the first 3 levels, and it's strange because I thought that you're supposed to like unlock new stuff by the 2nd level, but I never did. I never managed to figure out how to use that new thing. So there's no progression essentially, and during each level, the enemies that you've put in, the variations of it are the same. Now, for what it's worth, I think for the first level, you using, I don't know, about like 5 types of enemies might be a little bit too much, because like if you want to like shrink down, if you wanted to like make the level shorter, then you can't really like have this many types of enemies appearing in the first level. Maybe later on you can, because like the player already like got used to having this many different types of enemies. But in the first few levels, it's better off that you make the level short, but make it more basic, I think, yeah, that's it. Honestly, that's most of my input for this game. Overall, I still think, I really appreciate that the creator asked me to play this game. I don't want to make it seem like I didn't like it. I still, think it's a cool game overall, and I checked out like some of the other stuff in the game. It seems like it's got quite a lot of contents in it. It's just unfortunate that it seems it's a bit too long, or like too slow for me. But maybe it's good for some other people.